Up in a strategic shift in its security policy, India has hinted at abandoning its no first use policy on nuclear weapons. When asked about India's policy on no first use, the Union Home Minister Rajnath Singh said today that what happens in future depends on circumstances.
Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh made a statement that made India's security policy the centre of attraction. While speaking on the sidelines of the death anniversary of former PM Atal Bihari Vajpayee in Pokhran, Rajnath Singh hinted at a change in stance with regards to India's no first use policy on nuclear weapons.
बात सच है कि जहाँ तक हमारी न्यूक्लियर पॉलिसी का सवाल है उसमें नो फर्स्ट यूज कि आज तक हमारी पॉलिसी यही है. अब भविष्य में क्या होगा यह सब परिस्थितियों पर निर्भर करता है.
Later, the defence minister tweeted the same. Pokhran is the area which witnessed Atalji's firm resolve to make India a nuclear power and yet remain firmly committed to the doctrine of no first use. India has strictly adhered to this doctrine. What happens in future depends on the circumstances. Interestingly, Pokhran is where the late former Prime Minister Vajpayee displayed his resolve to make India a formidable nuclear power to the entire world. The Defence Minister made a statement on no first use while he was in Pokhran on Friday morning to observe the first anniversary of the late Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee. NFU policy refers to a pledge by a nuclear power not to use nuclear weapons as a means of warfare unless first attacked by an adversary using nuclear weapons. The government's stated position till now has been that nuclear weapons are solely for deterrence and India will pursue a policy of retaliation only. India had first adopted an NFU policy after the Pokhran 2 nuclear tests in 1998. Till now, according to the government policy, India will pursue it only as retaliation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi too had ruled out the first use of nuclear weapons and said India's arsenal is for defense and protection, but not to suppress anyone.
हमारे पास न्यूक्लियर बटन है यही कहते थे. हमारे अखबार वाले भी लिखते थे पाकिस्तान के पास भी न्यूक्लियर है. तो हमारे पास क्या है भाई? ये दिवाली के लिए रखा है क्या?
But in the recent times, no first use has been a much debated policy. Former Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar had also expressed doubts over the NFU policy. Experts say a shift in no first use policy could be seen as a strategic move by India. Also, BJP's manifesto for the 2014 elections included a promise to revise and update India's nuclear doctrine. The calls for updating India's nuclear policy, which was formalized in 2003, has now resurfaced, creating more tension between India and Pakistan. Former Union Cabinet Minister Subramanian Swamy took to Twitter to appreciate Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's comment on the no first use policy. Rajnath is correct as to warn about possible review of Vajpayee's no first use of nuclear weapons, since Pakistan leadership is more crazed today than in 1998. First use is required now on if we get credible evidence that Pakistan faced with ignominy may go for first strike. We must preempt that. But Pakistan does not have NFU policy. Yes, Pakistan does not have an NFU policy and has built a nuclear weapons program designed to deter India. It was here in Pokhran that India had in 1998 secretly conducted 5 nuclear tests, after which the commitment to not use nuclear weapons first was adopted. A News9 report.